Hey, lovely stitchers. Hope you're all well. So next stage or next stitch, I'm going to do a seed stitch. I know not a lot of people like this stitch, me being one. So I'll do it in the smallest areas I possibly can. But I always think, when I've done it, I absolutely love it. It's just actually doing it. I'm like, I don't. It seems so much effort in a tiny space of time, tiny space. But hey, let's do this. So I'm going with a variegated thread. I've just seen a pin there. Let me just move that and pop it in there. Sorry. I'm going with a variegated thread. These are the DMC size 8s. And this is a 67. I do carry these in my little online shop, the variegated DMCs. If you're interested, I'm trying not to say can go to my shop, but obviously I am a business. This is what I do. Okay, so seed stitch. It is tiny little stab stitches, but you want to be going different directions. Okay, these stitches are probably about what we're going to go in millimeters. Let's have a little look. Oop. Let me find a one that's got centimeters and millimeters on. My stitches are probably roughly around 3 millimeters, or God, what's that in? Just under 1/4 of an inch. So I'm not making them too small. But then for seed stitch to work, you need to be changing direction on your stitch. You don't want them to sit next to one another. In lines and regimented rows. And my tip for getting them is, oh gosh, that's a bit close, but not what is to just turn my fabric a little bit in a different direction. Try not to get them to sit too close together. That and that both have, of course. I'm only doing a tiny space. I'm sort of trying to keep going back into my work with different stitches. I mean, I'll probably pick this stitch up again in something else. I think I've already said, when I do something like this, I never feel like it's a finished piece of work. I always think, I could add whatever to that. Even if it's a button. I might find a button, I might find a bead, I might find a ring pull. Anything, and I think, oh, do you know what? That goes with that. That colour is perfect. In fact, on my desk somewhere, I had some. My stomach's rumbling. There, I've got a ring pull, but it's red. Look, it's not for this, but I thought, oh, I'll save that because it's red, and that will turn up in something. can't. I struggle to sort of throw things away that I feel like might be useful in my work. I'm going to tell you something now. There's one of my friends, Julie. She's retiring, and I think I mentioned her in the other video a couple of times ago. And she's clearing out her shop. Her little shop's the Three Little Daisies in the Sherwood Forest Visitors Centre. She's on Instagram. She's still going to do some bits and bobs, but she makes these wonderful bags from vintage tea towels. Let me just grab one that she's made for me. Here we go. Okay. So big shout out to Julie from Three Little Daisies. Anyway, I'm digressing. So she's retiring, so she's closing her shop, and she sent me a message. Would you like various bits and bobs that she's used over the years for display? And yes, please. Anyway, she then sends me a message. Would I like a vintage treadle sewing machine? Of course I would, Julie. Yes. And you're asking me because you know that I want that. Problem is, I have got nowhere to put it. Absolutely nowhere to put it. But it's keeping me awake at night. This treadle sewing machine. It's a Singer. I feel like it's a Singer. Can't remember, but it's beautiful. And yesterday when I went to pick up some more things, or the day before when I went to pick up some more things from her, some baskets and things, there it was, all forlorn in the corner of the shop. And I'm still thinking about it now. And Julie, you know what? If you're watching this, you might get a message. We'll see. But I keep thinking about this blooming sewing machine because I know that, yes, I've not got any room for it, but I just can't. I don't know. Shall I shut up? I'm talking myself into it. So I'm filling in. Right, I've gone off what topic I'm going to do. Anyway, Julie, you're a bad influence on me, or you enable me to stitch. I actually even sent the photos of this sewing machine to my other friend to see if she wanted it as well. So oh gosh. It's on a beautiful stand and everything. Oh my gosh, stop it. Stop talking about it, Rachel. Anyway, seed stitch. Yeah, I'm just filling in the gaps that I missed out on my Zentangle. But what? Because I'm talking, I'm sort of going all directions. As I say, my tip is to change your fabric around, but because this is on a long strip and I'm trying to keep it in short, it's a bit more awkward to do that. Because I'm talking to you, it's not been such a bad stitch. And thinking about that sewing machine, back to it again, aren't I? I will say though, she did give me another, just the actual machine, not the base or anything like that. Just for, it's not working. It's just for display purposes. A bit like the one I have behind me in my room. And I put it in the back seat, in the footwell of the car, the back seat. and thought, oh, I'll bring that in at some point because it's raining. So I went to the supermarket last night with Harvey, the son and heir, and I put a couple of large bottles of Coca-Cola, not sponsored by the way, in the same place as the this sewing machine. Completely forgetting all about this. Anyway, we get home, I get the bits of shopping out that I've got, and I mentioned to Harvey, I said, oh, Harvey, did you get there's a couple of bottles of pop, can you nip and fetch them out of their car? Where are they? Behind the passenger seat, I said, in the footwell. Not thinking anything of it. He come back in and he said, he said, do you know, I might be hallucinating. I said, why? And I started to giggle, knowing full well what I was going to mention. He said, I feel like I saw, you know, those vintage Singer sewing machines. You know those, he said. I said, yeah, I know them. I feel like I've seen one in the back of the car. Because where I'm going with this is I did promise faithfully that I wouldn't buy or bring into the house any more sewing machines. Oh, come on, it's not actually in the house yet, is it? Oh dear. So anyway, thanks Julie for that as well. Oh dear. So I've chatted away and I've managed to fill all that in seed stitch in next to no time at all. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to say happy stitching, everyone. If you're not subscribed, why ever not? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You know, click that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and obviously let me know if you think I ought to have this sewing machine from Julie. No, please don't. Or if you want it yourself, no, I am kidding. But yeah, you will know, don't we, where that's going. All right, so happy stitching and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.